Hi guys, welcome to the video back on the channel. Here we are back. This time, shockingly, I am face revealing myself. Not normally something I do. Got the camera woman right behind the camera.
Hello guys.
Yeah, so she's going to be doing a bit of a, it's also going to be a bit of a teaching lesson for her as well, because we're going to be building her PC shortly. So the idea of this PC is going to be a server archive sort of PC that I've got planned, where I'm going to basically just use some leftover hardware that I've got from reviews, testing, upgrading, just to make a good system that I could just use for just basic, just say from the NAS, which is what I record all my videos on from the main PC, as you can see here. And then it goes over to my NAS, which then I edit it on this PC here. Which you'll also see, I've got pictures in the specification of that on my website that I'll link in the description as well. And it's also the top link on my channel when you click on it. But yeah, let's just get right into it then. So we're going to use a GTX 1060 3GB card. Because it's not going to be used for much apart from just files. Transferring files. It's going to be basic usage for it, really. Could do integrate graphics, but I want a dedicated GPU in case, say, I've run 2 monitors on it or something like that. We've got the stock cooler. Ouch! That's staying in, I do not care. That fucking hurt. That flipped me right in the nose. I've got a sensitive nose. Stock AMD cooler. We've got some storage drives. I would use an NVMe, but I don't have any laying around. I'm going to be using, for my Windows operating system, a 180GB Intel SSD. We've got 3 750GB hard drives, 2.5 inch. These are like probably what you get from a laptop. But I just thought, I've got them laying around, I might as well use them. I've got the holy grail in this current crisis: 32 gigs of DDR5, 6000 megahertz Corsair Vengeance. We got a Tx650M power supply from Corsair, bronze. No, actually, this is a gold unit. I believe. I could be wrong with this. I may put. I'll put all the specs in the description, just so then you've got it all there in case you want to replicate this. As you can see, this board says it's the X870 livemixer. It's not. It's actually the B6.
It's actually a really fun board.
Not silver.
No.
It's actually creative. It's the B650 livemixer from Asrock, which I've just put in here with an 8500G. That was from my old test rig PC that's over there. That my fiance also uses for when she's here as well. So, that is what we're going to do. And let's just get it all out. Bing bang bash, let's get going. Alright, so we've got the board out, as you can see right there. I forgot to also mention the case that we are building in is the Fractal Pop Air orange tint case from, it's just a really good ATX case. It's got really good airflow. And I thought, if I'm doing an orange motherboard build, why not get a case that has orange accent, orange ARGB fans, just overall make an orange build. Obviously, I've got orange RAM, but RAM at the end of the day, can't pick and choose. So, let's just insert the RAM. So you want it in the second and fourth slot. Ignore my cut finger, I cut it on a tin when I ripped it open, because my tin opener didn't work properly. But that's another story for another time. Nice, satisfying clicks.
We love that.
You want to make sure it's all lined up. Nice and steady, just like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my screwdriver. I'm going to use the Be Quiet screwdrivers. Just the standard Phillips screwdrivers, mainly what you need for a PC build. Unless you're using a Mac, then you're using a shit screw. Well, not really a shit screwdriver, a more complicated one. Fucking hate them. And let's just get this off right here. Fuck's sake. I hate this screwdriver sometimes though. Because I'm so used to the ones where when I'm at work, because I do this as well as a profession. So I'm always building, repairing PCs and stuff like that. So it's more of, go do a fun one, that is. I'm used to my iFixit kit, which I need to bring home with me. But I keep forgetting. Alright, so that's there. And then we just put the AMD stock cooler on. But we can't forget the thermal compound. Where is my thermal compound? Don't mind me. Looking for the thermal.
Didn't we find some the other day? Well, I found some, guys.
Yeah. Where did I put it? Oh,
Oh, you got a new tub?
yeah.
Even better.
Some fresh stuff. MX4.
You want to show
The
it?
superior. If I can even get it out the box. Yeah, that's what I think of the box. Does come with spatula if you wanted to spread it, but it spreads itself when you do it. Nice bit of MX4.
If you can get into it, guys, you're struggling.
There we go. Fucking jammed it down the last time I used it. So, controversially, probably, to some people, I used the line method. Right there. That should be enough thermal paste. Probably some people will say, that's too much thermal paste. Or, that's not enough thermal paste. I maybe might put a smudge more. You don't need to be doing all this fancy dancy, doing X and all that. It really is not necessary. Then all you want to do, just because you can't really do it like that way, just does not want to work because obviously the lining of the mount. There we go. You're always best doing the one side, then the other. Because you want it all to bite, really. That's what you want to do. So then it's not going like this and putting loads of pressure on the CPU. Because you got to think at the end of the day, the more pressure you put with this cooler, the more you're going to be like, oh shit, I might damage my CPU. I fucking hate the noise of it. But when you feel a lot of resistance, as like that, and like that, and like that. Of course it does that to me. You'll see this header here. This is your fan header. If you want it to work, you need to plug it into ones that will say CPU fan. Some people just get some cable ties, wrap it up like that. What I commonly tend to do, bit lazy, so I just tend to tuck it under like that. So, bing bang bosh, that is the motherboard all done. Alright, so we got the box now open. Look at the accents on that case though.
That's well nice.
Oh, I can't wait. Trick I do is instead of trying to pull it out that way, it's stupid. Flip the fucker. You'll have handles in some cases, and then you just want to flip the fucker right over. But I will say, sometimes it's fucking stuck on shit. Like that. Then we just bin off the fucking box.
And then this is a case, guys.
Ooh. Also, because you're touching styrofoam gives off static. You do not want to touch motherboards, any hardware, after you touch some static. Best thing is to find, like, say, like a screw, like a metal screw, or like something metal related. Like, I've got metal frames on my desk, so say if I get some static, put my fingers on the metal for a couple of seconds, get rid of it. Or like that, for example, that screw right there. But you'll get a bit of a shock. put that there. We'll put that there. Alright. We'll flip this puppy. Oh, this case
That is nice.
really light. For it being a full-size ATX case, it is really light. Like, I'll show you guys. Look how light that is.
That is really, really nice.
And you have the magnetic thing that fell off the front. That just clipped on right there. Like so, and you can easily pull it off.
It's a little secret compartment, guys.
Boom. That is that. Bing bang motherfucking bosh. Alright, a bit of time has passed. As you can see, the PC is now built.
Look at that, guys.
Everything all together. I also found out, you just heard my arm crack. That is because I've got shit bones.
Nice, secretly a null guy.
Cheeky fucker. No, I can only have 2 drives in at once, as this board only has 2 SATA connections, because it's mainly just for M.2s and the USB functionality, so they didn't have that many SATA ports. But I digress. I can easily just pop one of the 750 gig drives out and just go, yeah, done, into the other one that's just right there. So we've got, ignore baby, it is a bit messy, but not my cleanest work. So I've got the C drive right here, that drive, but then I can move the SATA cable all the way down to these 2 drives that are mounted here to then just make it all nice and easy. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this PC off, and we're going to put this PC on and get it posted. See you then. Okay, she is now pressing the power button. Oh. What the fuck? Alright, what the fuck? I think I know why. Oh, there we go. It's because of the CPU profile that was originally set on the motherboard beforehand. But yeah, what do you guys think of that beauty? But we will try and see if we can... It is this button, isn't it? There is one button that you can change the fans. Does not seem to be working.
That's not a button.
Is it not? Oh, it looked like one. Well, let's just quickly go into the BIOS.
And change the fans.
And change the fan colour. Alright, so after a bit of a BIOS time, it looks a bit brighter on camera. But we got the orange, we got the whole orange aesthetic. Orange case, orange and black. If you want to replicate this, and you're on an Asrock motherboard, or any board that would have the tool/RGB LED, you want to set it to static on the LED mode. You want to put 255, green 45, blue 0. Brightness, you can put it at whatever. Brightness just means how dark it's going to be. Like, say if I set this to 125, it's going to be a bit darker and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it, guys. Has been the unboxing of the Fractal Pop Air orange tint case, and also a rebuild with B650 livemixer 1060. We got the 32 gigs of RAM, 8500G, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're back with another video on the channel shortly. It'll probably some more gaming content, but we'll catch you guys then. Adios.